back to my YouTube channel. I am so glad to be back. My name is Paige, and if you're new here, I'm just here for the girlies leveling up and becoming their best self. Y'all, so today, first of all, let's backtrack. I want to say happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I told you I was wearing pink all month. But shout out to LaDon Collection. Today I want to talk about starting over and like just having setbacks, okay? Because I always talk about us progressing, but I want to be real about, you know, having setbacks and how sometimes things just don't work out in your favor or how you thought it was going to work out, but just ways that you can deal with those things and how you can change your mindset into thinking more positive about things that don't work out, or things that set you back, or things that just don't work out the way you thought that they were going to work out. So first I want to talk about like an example, right? I had a salon last year and unfortunately I had to close it, and I had to close it because I had such a bad relationship with my landlord. It was a very unprofessional experience, and you know, for a minute I thought that I felt defeated. You know, I felt like I had a shop and I have to close it. Like I felt like I failed a little bit. But when I shifted my mindset, y'all, I realized that everything in this life happens for a purpose. And you know, I at 25 years old was able to have a salon and run a salon for a full year and have that experience, y'all. So what I took from it was I learned how to run a salon. I have that experience now. I know what it takes to run a salon, you know, and I have a better insight on how, you know, to be a landlord, or what to look for in a landlord when I decide that I want another shop or whatever the case may be, right? And I just wanted to talk about setbacks because, you know, it's normal. It's a normal human thing to, you know, feel like you're progressing, feel like you're leveling up, and then there's a stump in the road, right? But I just want to talk about how, like, you know, sometimes when you are rejected in certain areas in your life, sometimes when things don't work out, that is God blocking you from what's not for you. That is God trying to guide you towards something better. You know, maybe that is God trying to, redirect your focus on something else. For an example, y'all, I told y'all that my TikTok got hacked, right? So I definitely got it back. Thank you, Lord. I got it back. But when it first got hacked, y'all, I didn't trip. Of course I was like, dang, like I just built my following and all of that. I felt a little defeated for like a day, right? But then when I shifted my mindset and I'm just like, well, you know, if God wants me to have this TikTok, then I'm gonna have it. If not, I'm going to focus on YouTube and I'm going to focus on Instagram. And that's exactly what I did while my TikTok was hacked. I was just focusing on posting content on YouTube and on my Instagram. And really my Instagram was so important, y'all, because 90% of my following on Instagram is men, right? And I wanted to change that because my audience is not men, it's for the girls. But obviously, before I started to brand my Instagram, that's what it was. So that was my main focus while my TikTok was hacked. And y'all, literally as I focus on that and I reflect back, since like it was like 2 months without TikTok, my Instagram has grown so much. I've gained so many female followers and more of the people that is in my community and my audience of what I want and what I desire. And you know what I realized? I was like, wow, like really God wanted me to focus, and he wanted me to focus in certain areas to develop that in some areas, develop my community on Instagram, you know, develop my community on YouTube, have more time to build the relationship with my audience on Instagram, because I feel like with my TikTok, between my TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, it's a lot to juggle. So I'm like, you know, I look back at it now like, wow, yes, my TikTok definitely set me back, y'all. It set me back as far as income. It set me back as far as like just what I was used to in my routine with my TikTok, you know, and getting back in the algorithm. But I look at it now and it's like, you know, that rejection was a blessing. You know, it was a blessing that I got locked out because I had the opportunity to grow in different areas. So speaking of that, when you focus solely on how you can grow from things, when you focus on the experience of things and experience of things not working out and the experience of letting go of things and starting over, then that's when you really grow internally. That's when you really can appreciate those mishaps, because it's literally God trying to, you know, help you grow in different areas. So y'all, if you got fired, if you let's say your business got shut down, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself, and know that, you know, it's probably God redirecting you. God is redirecting you into something bigger, something better. Sis, we got so much going on. Sis, God got so much going on for us. Sometimes he got to slow us down. So sometimes he's like, hold on. You think you got it all figured out, but let me throw the dice in real quick. Let me shake the table a little bit, so you remember, one, who I am, and two, that you have a purpose here. You have a calling here. And y'all, it's so funny because I felt like I got so in tune with TikTok as far as like monetizing, that I didn't forget about the purpose. I didn't forget about my calling, but I kind of was just more so focused on doing the content, you know, that I needed to monetize, right? We all got bills, so you know what I'm saying. But God doesn't want us to forget our purpose. You know, he doesn't want us to forget our calling, okay? And so the main thing that I've learned with rejection and things not working out and starting over, that is sometimes just God, you know, redirecting you to what your true purpose is. And the biggest thing about all of this, y'all, is purpose. Is developing that discipline in your life, in areas where you thought you failed in life, in areas where you thought that you could have did better. Take lessons from it and learn from it and grow from it. Another thing is, y'all, when you fail and when you have to start over, do not dwell, okay? Don't sit and dwell and feel bad for yourself, because like I've said before, y'all, shame never helped nobody, okay? Feeling bad for yourself is only gonna hold you back. You have to think positive. You have to think highly of yourself. You have to think like, you know what? Dang, that didn't work out. But you know what? I can put my focus on something else. I can put my positive energy on something else that is going to be beneficial to me and my future. And I know, like, with like growing up, y'all, sometimes we're kind of used to like things not working out. You know, you kind of have that mentality, but you can have the mentality of expecting things to go wrong, because life gonna life. But you can't live in that victim mentality, though. You can't make yourself a victim of those things. You gotta rise above those things. You have to be resilient, okay? Because y'all, even when you are successful, even when you become successful, I've watched so many documentaries on, even when you can't become successful, there's gonna be more problems. There's gonna be things that don't work out. There's gonna be things that you thought that you were supposed to do in life that is the opposite of what you actually are called here to do. Sometimes God takes away things from us, things, places, people, to bring us to that solitude, to get clarity on what our purpose is. The main thing in this life, y'all, is our purpose. The main thing in our life is serving other people. How can you serve other people? How can you be better for other people in the midst of the removal of what you thought was for you? How can I still bless others in the midst of God removing things that I thought was for me? God removing people that I thought was for me? How can I become better? How can I become better mentally? How can I become happy even in the midst of this removal? You know? And y'all, I just wanted to make a quick video on this because I don't want to sit here and act like things are perfect. I don't want to sit here and act like, oh, glitz and glam, and yes, if you do this and you do that, then this will happen, this will happen. Life is gonna life, okay? Life is gonna life. And for an example, y'all, God, when you think that God removed something, you got to pay attention to the things that flow to you in that removal process or after that removal process, right? Because let me tell you, when I lost my TikTok, y'all, I lost a lot of income, and I had things planned with the money that was on my TikTok. Okay, don't ask me why the money was still on my TikTok account. Just don't ask me why. I'm never doing that again. Okay, but anyways, the hacker took everything. Okay, and all the income that I was making from TikTok, I have plans with that for something that's bigger and that's better for impact, and just something that was near and dear to me, y'all, right? I had a photographer reach out to me recently. He wanted to collab. He wanted to do shoots for free. I had a makeup artist reach out to me. She offered to collab and wanted to do things for me. Even if I had people that I wanted her to do, she would do it free. I had a lady come. She offered me a free a free little throw a little party in her penthouse for fully free. And these are all things that align with what I wanted to do. So sometimes, y'all, even in the midst of that removal process, God is blessing you. God, listen, y'all, because they had me emotional when I was talking about this on TikTok. But when you think that you don't have nothing, you have everything when you have God. Okay, when you think you have nothing, when you think that everything is being removed from you, pay attention to those blessings that's going to flow in. Pay attention to those signs that God is showing you. Don't look past them. It's not a coincidence. It's God blessing you. It's God saying, you know what, I did do this, I did take this away, but I promise you I got you. You know, because those people didn't have to reach out to me. I know it was the grace of God. You know, because I had a lot of plans with content and all of that and all the things that I needed to do for what I'm trying to do, which I'm not going to announce yet, but I will soon, y'all. But even in the midst of your removal, even in the midst of you starting over, know that God is with you. Sis, you're going to be okay. Sis, you're gonna be okay. I know I'm talking a little fast, y'all, but my camera trying to play with me and die. So we ain't even gonna, we gotta speed this up. We gotta make this quick. I just want to get this message out because I love my girlies and I'm here for my girlies leveling up. And you gotta be a resilient woman when you're trying to level up, okay? You gotta understand that things are gonna happen. You gotta understand that, you know, there's gonna be some bumps in the road, but you must understand that you need a positive mindset to keep going, okay? Becoming successful, becoming the woman that you desire to be, it requires a certain level of patience and positivity, okay? Learn to be positive in the midst of when things don't go right, okay? Learn to spread love, learn to move with love. And y'all, I got another example. My brothers, y'all, we got into it about my TikTok when it first got hacked because they're like, oh, just make another one. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not making another one. Like, if God took that away, sometimes, listen, y'all, when God takes things away, you got to see things for what they are and say, you know what, my hands are off. This is all God. So know that, you know, if things are happening in your life, God is removing things. God is removing people. It's for a purpose. But that's just a message that I wanted to get out today, y'all, that don't let that bump in the road stop you from being great, okay? I love y'all. Make sure you send this to a homegirl who needs to hear it. And make sure you like and subscribe. And I'm out of here. Happy Breast Cancer Awareness. Wear all the pink you can this month. I love y'all. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.